heightening your frequency will bring out all the things you hold on to that are not going to be able to live in that next frequency that you've just chosen by placing your consciousness upon an idea that is in a vibratory alignment with the truth of existence. So as soon as you line up your personal vibration with the vibration of your greater self, which is rooted in infinite possibilities, endless abundance, unconditional love, light, everything is seen as an expression of infinity. As soon as your thinking lines up with that, your feeling will start to feel really good. Because feelings are your barometer for how correct your thinking is, your perspective is, your way of seeing life is. So if you feel really good about what you've just been thinking or how you've been seeing life, that means that you have total permission from the entirety of existence all the way back to the one itself, infinity itself, the ingraspable, the inexperienceable one itself, to continue along that line. In fact, that is preferred. That is universally preferred. That's why it feels good. That's how the feeling works. That's how the emotional body works. That's its only purpose, is to let you know whether or not you're thinking correctly. Sounds a little bit scientific, but that's really all there is to it. If you're thinking in the wrong direction, you'll feel really bad. If you're thinking along the line of sight of your higher self or of creation itself, if your thought process is rooted in the convictions that correspond to the truths of reality itself, you'll feel really, really good. That's just how benign this creation is set up. It's a win-win situation. If you're doing the right thing, you're going to feel really good. If you're doing the wrong thing, not that there is such a thing, but if you're doing something that is actually not in everyone's best interest, you will feel really, really bad. If you're doing something that's in everyone's best interest, even if your mind cannot perceive of how that's going to benefit anyone, it just seems like it's your own pure bliss and you're being selfish. If it makes you feel in genuine bliss, and of course integrity is a part of that, because as soon as you sacrifice your integrity and you try to mess with other people's free will, you will not feel entirely good. You may feel momentary pleasure in your sort of egotistic response to that moment, but something underneath doesn't feel quite right. However, whenever you feel totally holistically pure and blissful, that is surfing all that is. That is serving everything. That's how this creation is set up. It's set up in a good way so that when you're doing the right thing, you actually feel good. Whereas most people believe, or most religions believe, or many religions believe, that if you're feeling good, you're doing the wrong thing. And if you're feeling good, if you're feeling bad, you're somehow being of service. So get rid of that idea, because even if you're not a very religious person, I find that in our collective unconscious, this is a really prominent feeling. So even if you're not brought up with the whole sin idea, you will still find that there is a sense of unworthiness there for you to experience great degrees of bliss. Am I right? Do you ever experience this? Yes? So it's just because you have signed up to be portion of this collective, and so you can be of service to everyone by actually lightening that portion of the consciousness, by enlightening that portion of the consciousness, by giving yourself full permission to follow your resonance with integrity, but nevertheless follow your resonance all the way through, so that you can open up to that bliss, to that true connection, to that true wisdom, to that true love, so that you feel connected to creation, to all that is. And then you're truly being of service. And then and only then will you have the means and the wisdom to know how to be of service. Does that make sense? So you got to be a little bit selfish if you wish to be selfless. Okay.